welcome to Dino Dragon Games. This is my devlog number 5 of Cube Run. I'm going to decide to do a different editing format for what I do, how I make these videos. So what I do now is just record myself making the game or system or whatever, and then I do a voiceover. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm opening up the project, and I'm setting up a new movement system. So I'm deleting the couple of other things that is related to the mouse movement. So anyways, so now the purpose of this game now is to that you're a cube that's trying to move forward, but if you're not moving fast enough or you go too slow, you explode and you die and it starts the level again. So I'm setting the sideways motion, make sure that everything works still. And now I'm going to turn that into a macro, and then I'm going to add a sequence under utilities and flow control. So there. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the macro and then do some editing to it. First of all, I'm going to create a new variable called forward movement. Here's me trying to figure it out, and there it is, forward speed. I decided to spell it forward speed. And going to the macro and compiling it and setting a default value. And then I'm going to set it to do that, and then you're going to set it back to 0, so it will mean forward. So that's good. Very small thing there, but not much to say. Anyways, now we're going to create the ability to keep going forward. So the first thing I did is to create a function, and I'm going to add a function name add impulse. Then I'm going to split the struct. Then I'm going to attach to the x-axis, and then that. And now I'm going to create a time, and this function, and I'm trying to get the name. And what you're gonna see here, I wasn't able to get it, so I ended up renaming the macro to forward speed and not the function. My mistake. So then I realized then I changed the macro back to the same name, and then I named that forward move. And so me trying to figure it out, eventually I decided to, instead of going by this method, eventually I decided to make a custom event called start movement. And then I do the similar thing but by event, and now I got it right. So now I'm adjusting everything else. So now I am adjusting some other parameters so it would not go infinitely, so I can have better control of how fast and how slow you move. And now I set up a mock level, and I'm putting in the end level so I can start begin the new level. Sweet. Alright. Now I'm setting up the input for the jump. Now, at first, I couldn't figure it out, and you could see what's going on. So I'm setting up the jump, and setting up the various inputs to it. So it's the action mapping, and now I'm setting up the okay, now it's setting up a parameter called can jump, and also another variable that says jump power, and now I'm setting add impulse to the player body, and then I do that, and then when add impulse fires, it sets the can jump to 0 to false, and then it sets jump back to on a begin hit. But so here's me trying to test to see if it works, and I'm making sure. And unfortunately, I couldn't figure out if it's working or not. So it's kind of the realization that for whatever reason that the event hint is not firing. I have no idea why at this point. So I tried other things. And also I started to do something else here. See what I'm doing. I just doing a bunch of stuff, and then I start opening up another project just as a reference. And indeed, it's the same, although a little bit different. So here's me trying to figure it out, see why it's not working. Like why I'm not able to jump again when the player hits the ground again. So this is interesting. Why it's not happening? Just to verify that you indeed landing, I decided eventually just to cut that off, so I can just not worry about moving forward. I just have to worry about the jump. So it's not working at all. So I decided to delete it. So I'm deleting it, and I'm deleting the project, and I'm starting new in the latest version of UE4, because I thought at this point I thought it was a glitch with something or other. Then I opened up Unreal Engine, and then I doing that. So now we got Steamfire opening up. So don't worry, I'm going to change something so that would not open up once I open up a new project. So we're waiting for this to open, and then we're going in. So the new UI looks a bit different, so it allows for other projects besides game projects. Some people use Unreal Engine even before for visualizations for architecture, automotive, or other sort of industries that's not gaming, even movies. And also the newest version 4.2124 is just allows that to be have options to for that to be better off for that. So regardless, I started up a new cube run game project. So and the first thing I do is to go into plugins, and then I look for Steam VR, and I disable it, and then I reset now. Alright, so you're good. And so now I reset, and now I'm immediately working on the player movement. So I created the movement input and also the jump input. So yeah, setting up the same thing again. Maybe this time it will work, see? So it will take a bit. And now we got everything working, and now I'm going to create the jump. And I was like, yes, it is working. I get it work. This will work this time. Event hit, and it's still not working. Why it's not? And I doing a whole bunch of stuff, and then I decided to save a level, and then all sorts of stuff. And then decided it was delay, and that was it worked, but it wasn't smooth at all. It didn't felt right. So I get back to the drawing board, and then I realized one thing I was missing, and that was under collisions. I did not simulate event hit. So it wasn't able to event hits. So I turned it off now, and to show you that indeed it's not working no matter how many times I push the button. And now I set it back on, and now I am doing this, and now it is working 100%. It is not failing. So yeah, I made a mistake about deleting it, but regardless, I got it right this time. And also, the bad side is, I am working with the newest engine. Although the materials I was working before, when it comes to the player cube, would not work. So because it's not compatible with the newest engine. So that's unfortunate. But regardless, I got plenty of other textures that I can kind of use. So but I'm not worried about textures right now. I'm worried about getting the main mechanics done. So here am I setting up the event. Again, I'm doing the same thing where it doesn't work, and before then I decided to, just make the custom event because that worked flawlessly the last time I did it. Alright, now I'm getting that and firing that, and now I'm getting that all done. Alright, so here am I setting up the same functions, and now things are good. So I'm setting up so here am I got some function migrated some assets that are basically the same. I got it from the Cavern Explorer, which you have seen from the beginning, and I migrated to here, and I edited in that so it will work. So unfortunately, I've done that before, so I kind of did that twice. So regardless, now I'm fixing the thing so it can work. All right. So here am I trying to figure out the problem why I'm not compiling, and I decided that the reason now I got it to the compile, and now here we go. I'm going to what I'm doing. Okay, so now I changed the name to test level 1 because I think I didn't change the name the first time. It went back quick, but I think I changed the name to test level 1 and test level 2, and now it's going to change parts. So that's the variable that contains all the names of the levels, and so I can load the next level when I pass the volume. Alright, now I got that on, and now I am going to go in. So I jump in, and then bam, into the next level, and now we are done. Anyways, I will see you next time. Goodbye. Hey, this is the end of the video, but since you're here, might as well hit that subscribe button. Also, if you like, you can also give it a like or dislike, so I will know whether or not my videos are good or bad and how to improve. Also, comment down below. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I put a video. Anyways, this is Dino Dragon. See you later.